it's on. Lucky number 13, the Hurt Business Podcast, episode 13, with your hosts, CP, Chris Parker, and JB James Bowers.
Already?
Tune in like you already are. And you can find us on all platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Pandora. Tune in and Alexa, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Deezer, Listen Notes, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Castro, and Castbox. Anything with a cast, anything with a podcast, you can find the Hurt Business Podcast with CP and JB and CP, however you want to put it. We in here. Once again, follow us on Facebook at thelockerroom.com. Follow our YouTube, subscribe, The Locker Room. Follow Pugilism Company, where our man is putting up the episodes with salacious topics. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he's just getting you in there. He bring you in. He bring your eyes and ears to the podcast, and we appreciate him. So subscribe, like, comment, and let us know what you're thinking, guys. You know what I'm saying? JB, how you doing?
Man, I'm chilling, baby. Man, they got some weather coming out here.
Again?
Yeah, some bullshit, bro. They was talking about it was gonna be a whole bunch of rain and shit. Man, I ain't seen no rain. I seen a little bit, not much though.
I tell you,
know what I mean? But no tropical storm type.
It don't take but a little bit. Houston will flood in a minute.
True. You're right about that one. But it been raining since last night, bro. Like off and on. Man, ain't gonna be too much going on. Same shit they said about the hurricane was coming, and that hurricane didn't even come this way.
Take precautions. Oh, hey, better safe than sorry.
You right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather be saying that it ain't coming.
Right. If you got the means to leave. The people who got caught in Katrina, they couldn't leave, you know?
Yeah.
Impoverished areas. So if you blessed, stay blessed.
Mm-hmm.
So we jumping into it, man. This week, hey, action-packed weekend in boxing, bro.
Yep.
Pedraza took care of business like we thought he would against Molina, unanimous decision, and he's looking for a title shot.
Yeah. I don't know, man. He looked good. He did. He looked good at 140, bro. So the only thing is what is there for him to do that'll put him that'll give him what he want? Because I'm trying to think when they kept talking about, bro, the fight wasn't even over with. The fight wasn't even over with before they started talking about he want a title shot, he want to be in this, he want to do that, and all this shit. And I'm just like, bro, I mean,
let him do what he wants to do. You know what I want to see? If Pedraza can successfully move up to 140, attain a title, or compete and be competitive against the title holder at 140, that bodes very well for the superstar Tank Davis.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hank took care of him in the lower weights. So that means he can move up, and his power, his skill can translate to the 140-pound division because he handled Pedraza with ease. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he really did.
If Pedraza's successful in his foray into the 140-pound division, then we will definitely see Tank Davis go up even further. It really is a good sign for him.
Yeah, but at 140 right now, on the ESPN junior welterweight list, top 10 list, right? You got Jose Ramirez, number 1, Josh Taylor, number 2, Regis Prograis, number 3, Maurice Hooker, number 4, Victor Postol, number 5, Jose Cepeda, number 6.
Hey, stop right there. Them top 5 right there, that is the list. That's the road to the Hall of Fame for Gervonta Davis. And the road that all those 5 are pay-per-view fights.
Yep, all of them.
That's how he becomes the mega star right there. Once he makes that leap, scratch that. Once he beats Leo Santa Cruz, he's got to keep the momentum going. That's when you start to search out the Lomachinkos. Now, it's not time to wait anymore. You go with Lomachenko, you put together another mega event. Then if you step on up and you start knocking off those guys, and he reaches close to Mayweather level. I hate to use that, but he's one of those guys that has that potential. If I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Floyd seems like the type of guy, he might not want somebody to pass him.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He do give off that
saying?
vibe, bro. He give off that
So
vibe.
he might not lead him in the correct direction, but Gervonta Davis can make a lot of money for a lot of people, Mayweather included. So maybe the bag is bigger than the legacy. Hopefully the bag is bigger than the legacy.
Man, Timothy Bradley said that in that list, you know, the bottom half of that list is not necessarily that great, but they said Timothy Bradley said that out of that list, that Pedraza earned himself, you know, to be in the top 10. And right now, the 10th person on this list is Robert Easter Jr. You know what I'm saying? So
Robert Easter Jr. is an adequate fighter. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't even seem like he's that much into boxing anymore. He has a future as a comedian. He should probably go that route. He really hurt himself by not using the tools that God gave him.
Yeah.
If we want to talk about Robert Easter Jr., he's a tall guy for any weight class, all the way up to 154 pounds. But he relegates himself to fighting inside, getting in dog fights with guys that he doesn't have to do if he would just use his length, use the jab, work off the jab, and make fights easy for himself. He was given the tools to be a special fighter, but he's one of those guys who just, he doesn't, I mean, sometimes being willing, unafraid to mix it up can hinder you in the long run. You know what I'm saying? It can come in handy when you're forced to fight inside, but he doesn't have to be forced. He looks to fight. He leans in. He initiates the inside fighting when he could very easily just pick people apart.
Yeah, from the outside. I mean, he could. Right. He have all of the tools. He got everything he needs to be able to be that kind of fighter. But I don't know why he puts himself in them situations where he tried to turn everything into a dog fight. You remember when he fought? You remember when he fought Colby?
Yes, I do.
It was the same kind of situation. I was saying from the longest, I was like, bro, why don't he just fight from the outside, keep him away from him? Colby obviously had way more power than him. It turned out to be an instant classic, you know, but that wasn't the fight that I would have fought, though. I wouldn't have fought that style of fight.
He makes for great fights, exciting fights, but it doesn't lend itself to longevity. No. Doesn't lend itself to making yourself a pound for pound type guy, which at one point I was very high on Robert Easter Jr. Simply looking at his statistics, his measurables, reach, height, you know, speed, etc. Like, and the weight class that he was in, like he could have really been something special. But you know, hey, some guys' temperament just gets the better of them, and you know, I'm not knocking him for it because it's admirable that he gets in there and does what he does. I'm just saying, guided a little bit better, kind of led in the right way. He could have done more with what he had.
Yeah, and he could have maxed out his potential too, bro. I don't think he didn't capitalize on the opportunity. He didn't. Did you see the Eric Lublin and Gausha fight?
Yes, I did.
All right. Well, I want to say this real quick too. You remember when we was talking about the winner of this fight wouldn't go? We didn't believe that winner would go straight to a Charlo fight. Yeah,
hold it. We said they shouldn't. Well, I mean, we knew the fight was like
An
kind of
eliminator.
eliminator. So they would have the opportunity, but it's in their best interest, whoever won, to fight again against somebody and sharpen up and step up and do what they have to do. But if they want to, you know what I'm saying, take the opportunity, it's there. And we knew it would be there. It's just the fact that we didn't think it was the best idea.
Yeah. And now they saying Lublin is going to probably end up going straight to the winner of Charlo Rosario. I think that shit would be suicide. You already done got Hawk smashed by him one time. You're going to walk yourself. I haven't seen any progression from before he got knocked out and after he got knocked out.
Now, the one progression is this. It was good for him to get in there and get his chin tested against a credible opponent, a good competition. So,
no.
In the 10th round, Gausha did hurt him, but he recovered from it well.
That's what I was walking right into. That's what I'm talking
saying.
About.
What I'm saying is you can look at it one of two ways. Like, he got his chin tested and he came through. He persevered. The fight didn't even start like it was like 8 fill-out rounds. It got started in the 8th round. Gausha hurt him. Then toward the end, he almost took Gausha out of there.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying though. Like, you got knocked out by Charlo. Charlo is the ultimate test to test your chin. That shit didn't hold up, right? And then you let Gausha test your shit again. I mean, Gausha don't have the power that Charlo have, but if Gausha is able to clip you the way he did in that round, I can almost guarantee you, bro, as soon as Charlo touch him, it's night, grab a pillar, tuck him in, Al Heyman, line another one up.
I'll counter with this. You can get caught by anybody, okay?
I feel you on that.
But the fact that he was able to take the shot, go through being hurt again, that feeling that he felt against Charlo, fight through it, come back to hurt the guy, it shows progression. It shows growth. You know what I'm saying? And we can speculate that Charlo would take him out, but he may be on higher alert against Charlo than he was against Gausha, simply because of the fact that he knows Charlo's a bigger puncher. So we might see him fight like the first 8 rounds where he won rounds but minimized the risk. You see what I'm saying? I think in the fight with Charlo, he was fighting on emotion. There was a lot of trash talk leading up to that fight. And it took him out of his game. You got to factor that into the equation. So maybe he comes in this time smarter. He comes in more experienced. And he minimizes the open opportunities that he gives Charlo. He takes risks, but at the opportune time. That's what that's what most great boxers are good at. They're good at knowing when they can take that risk, when you're not expecting it, when you're not ready to counter, and they leap in, boom, 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 get their stuff off and get out. So I'm looking at it from that perspective. If he goes straight to him, I mean, he's a threat. He's got skills. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't built up like that for nothing. Like, he was undefeated. You know what I'm saying? He's only lost one time, and that's to Jermell Charlo. And whether you lose by knockout or you go to the distance, a loss is a loss. And losing to Jermell Charlo is not a death sentence. It shouldn't be. He's a great fighter.
But if you lose twice, it is.
If you do, but if you believe in yourself, hey, at some point, fuck.
True. I don't know. I think Mel too much for him. I think Mel too much for a lot of them dudes at 154, bro.
I think Mel is the best 154 pound in the world. But if you're his mandatory, you gotta fight him at some point. If he fights him, if he looks better, if they go the distance, he learns from that. He gains from that. Actually, he shows that he learned from his defeat.
He won't make it past 6 rounds.
So if he gets knocked out again, then hey.
Yeah, he won't make it past 6 rounds.
So you're saying okay? Well.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get Hawk smashed. I feel it in my bones. I just feel it in my bones.
He's gonna get his turkey smoked.
Oh yeah, turkey smoked. Turkey smoked, basted on Thanksgiving. Out of there. Roasted. Oh yeah, man. I just think, man, like, you know how you got certain fighters, they makeup just seems it's they style is a lot more aggressive and a lot more put together. Mel is a lot more aggressive and he a lot more put together, man. And he just, to me, he just seemed like he got these dudes beat just by style, like the way he fight. Lublin seemed he seemed fragile to me, bro. Just like Rosario. I like Rosario, don't get me wrong. I like what he did against J-Rock and shit like that, bro. But, I mean, he talking it's going to be a war, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. Man, it ain't going to be none of that shit. He going to get his ass in that ring come Saturday night. And Mel is going to proceed to give him the most electrifying ass whipping that we done seen all year, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just how I think certain fighters just can stack up against certain people. And I just think those 2 people, Lublin being one that might come up after the Rosario whooping, those 2 fighters, and they just can't do nothing with them. You know what I mean? Did you see Devin Haney that might be a fight that everybody kind of is leaning toward him fighting Gamboa.
Yeah, but let's not move past that Lublin card. Because although Lublin and Gausha was the main event, there was a man who stole the show.
Ennis.
Jaron Boots Ennis.
Yeah.
Put on a clinic. All right.
Yeah, you're right.
He got him some work in, you know what I'm saying? The first 4 rounds, he was gliding around the ring, you know, just showing you that he was levels above his opponent before stopping him in the 6th convincingly. And Abreu is no slouch.
Nah.
Although he's not a contender at this point, but Jaron Ennis has now stopped 16 straight opponents. He's got the classic Philly beard. You know what I'm saying? He's very flashy in typical Philadelphia fashion. You know, with the fur and whatnot. Hey, he's looking like he's ready. He's looking like he's ready to step up.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to ask you.
Yeah. We need to see him against some top 10 type opponents before we can say he's a title contender, title challenger. But I like what I saw. I like the counter ability. I like how he rolls with the punches and comes back. He's got all the tools, man. All the tools. But we don't need to get too far ahead of ourselves. We've seen this before. I've seen a lot of prospects that I was impressed by. Most notably, Amiri Mom. You know, I liked him at first. And he ran up against a guy that applied that pressure, man.
Yeah.
It was too much for him. But hopefully, Boots
and he was on the ride. He was on the ride too. I remember that.
He was, man. I was real high on him. But so let's see where this goes with him. But I didn't want to let that moment pass and we not mention Jaron Boots Ennis.
Yeah. Another thing too, I ran across something I read about him when the fight was going on. Basically, an article said, I'm just going to be a little piece of it. It says, unfortunately for him, because of his standing promotionally and politically, he may not take a lengthy path to a title shot or leverage sanctioned bodies to force potential opponents' hands. Ennis is something of an independent entity on a Showtime roster. He's not affiliated with PBC, and as such, isn't mentioned in the internal welterweight showdown the company has pushed for years with names like Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, and others. So when I read that, it kind of made me think about, even if he keep making noise and even if he keep, on this ride, I think that he going to have to end up probably picking a side at this point. Because all of the names that's going to get him where he need to be is really with PBC and Showtime. You know what I'm saying? So
when it comes time, he'll do what he needs to do. Deal will be made, and he'll either sign for a fight with one of them with options, or he'll just sign outright. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't think with the landscape?
The best move would be for him to make a deal to fight that guy and give him an option on 2 or 3 fights. So they'll have him for 2 or 3 more fights. So then he would be free to, at that point, if he did what he needed to do, he could go fight Crawford if he had to. You know what I'm saying? You don't.
That'd be smart.
Right. That'll be smart. But we know fighters don't always do the smart thing. They go for the sure money. You know what I'm saying? Because boxing, as we know, doesn't have a union. There's no retirement plan. So they got to maximize their earnings. So he'll probably sign a deal, sign his life away, and we'll see where that goes.
I know, man. With him being 16-0, 16 knockouts, or whatever his record is, like him not really having a promotional home is probably gonna hurt his ride.
Now look. The Jaron Enos is, he's not 16-0. He stopped 16 straight opponents. He's 26-0.
Boom, got you.
Right.
Okay.
He's got 24 knockouts, but 2 of his opponents lasted the distance. But he's his last 16 fights, he's got him out of there.
Okay, got you. All right. Yeah, because I thought I knew it was something, but I just didn't know for sure. Did you see that Devin Haney and Yuriorkis Gamboa situation that's brewing up?
You were talking about that. Look, we know like it's brewing, but facts have come out. My guy, Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, he's come out and told people that he was willing to endorse the Haney-Russell fight. So after Russell proved that he wasn't really about that life, then Devin Haney's moved on and he's going with Gamboa, which is the typical boxing route. You find an older name that's been in some big fights. He's got a name, people know him, and you beat him. You beat him up. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's what you do. So if he can't get Russell in the ring, that's a good opponent. He's better than any opponent Devin Haney has faced thus far. Yeah. So
and they have a date for it.
Right. So hey, we'll see where that goes. It's not signed. It's not signed, so we'll see. If but let's get back to this. We need to start. These guys come out here, you run your mouth, you want to fight, you claim you want this, you want that, you calling people out, and then they bring you a fight and you find every little loophole, all types of stuff is wrong with the offer, this, that, the third. See, you're going out of your jurisdiction. It's not your job title. You feel me? You a fighter. You want to fight. You say you want to fight, and then you let the people handle that who handle that. You want to come out, you want to talk, you want to say this and that, and somebody called you bluff. Now, I really want to we need to get Bill Haney on here or Devin, and we really need to talk that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because this got to cease. Selling these wolf tickets, man, I'm sick of it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't really want it, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, man, stay out the way, dog. Because I thought I knew Gary Russell was on some whole shit. He was doing.
Look, though, Russell, man, he's a fighter, dog. Baltimore, Maryland, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, DC, that area, dog, he got it in him. Like, and he got skills. He's the longest reigning champion in boxing. But, dog, defend your belt.
But you could still be all that shit and be a hoe. And I'm gonna tell you why he's a hoe. Because if he was serious about making,
that's a strong word.
No, it is, because if you doing whole shit, that's what I'm saying, bro. I ain't making excuses for these motherfuckers no more. When you do whole shit, you deserve to be called out on it, right? So I feel like right now, you know, he did all that woofing. He did all of that X, Y, and Z, and you know, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. You're chasing Terrence Crawford because you knew that fight wasn't a realistic fight that could ever be made. We knew that from out the gate. Then, because if it was that easy for him to make a fight with an Al Haymon fighter, meaning, you know, why would he fight Gary Russell shit when he can go fight somebody else? That's a more meaningful fight.
Crawford.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Why would you? I knew that when Gary Russell was talking all that shit to Terrence Crawford, right? I knew that was just fucking talk. Because
talk that shit to Errol Spence, Keith Thurman,
Andy
Garcia, Sean Porter.
It's not just him talking and knowing that it was, and everybody buying into it, when everybody should have known, if you know the politics of boxing, that fight wasn't ever gonna be made. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was so easy for Terrence Crawford to make a fight, like I said, with an Al Haymon PBC fighter, why the fuck would he blow that opportunity to fight somebody like Gary Russell when he can go right over there and get what he wants, which is a title?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I knew that was some bullshit. That's another whole feather in his hat. Then you take that into account, and you see all of the shenanigans going around the Devin Haney and Bill Haney situation. That's another feather of wholeness in his hat. Because if you a boss, but if you calling yourself a boss and everybody know that you're not your own boss, because when you got on that portraying and claiming that you were your own boss, you confirmed that you had to bring the contract and the terms to your boss to let them tell you that, hey, man, this shit ain't 100. So stop acting like you make the decisions for yourself, bro, and just say, look, I want to fight you, and let the people that make the fights, that pay you to do the fights, let them do the negotiating and handle the business. You set your terms, you set your price, you let the people that do it. It seemed like to me he was doing a bunch of talking, and then he started sabotaging his own motherfucking talk. You know, he started backpedaling. But then, did you see the phone call?
He muddied the waters.
Yeah, but he did it even further, man. Look, when you seen the phone call with him and Bill Haney? Yeah, it was yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before. And Bill Haney explained to him and told him, he was just like, look, I'm going to give you the rundown of exactly how it happened, bro. He said, you talking all that shit about me sending you term sheets and this, that, and the third, bro, but I got out of the way. I wouldn't even go take a percentage. I introduced you to Eddie Hearn the other day, and I let y'all talk, and y'all couldn't come to terms. So don't make it seem like motherfuckers wasn't on board with certain shit, and don't make it seem like that we just sent you a blank deal, bro. We didn't send you a blank deal. And that's when, you know, Gary Russell was saying some shit like, well, you know, everything just got all messed up because after I had that meeting with Eddie Hearn about fighting y'all, I didn't hear nothing back from y'all. And Bill Haney said some real shit that old gangsters say. Bro, I'm not a fucking female. If I brought you to the plug and y'all ain't come to terms, I was the middleman. Why in the fuck I need to talk to you? You understand what I'm saying? If you couldn't agree with the plug, you damn sure not go agree with me. So I'm gonna let it be what it is.
But why couldn't he agree with the plug?
Because he already had it.
He brought some more shit to the table.
Bro, therefore, me saying it again. Number 3.
Because everything he laid out at first was in the term sheet.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, that's another number 3. The third feather of wholeness in his hat.
The third whole feather.
Yeah, bro. So at the end of the day, you can't be around this motherfucker woofing, dog. I don't give a fuck who you is, bro. You can't be around here woofing, act like you want to do this and do that. And the third, I understand marketing is one thing, bro, but Conor McGregor do a lot of talking. Mm-hmm. But when it all come down to it, he shows up for events, he make weight, and that motherfucker fight.
He puts pen to paper.
That's it. Who else that do a whole bunch of talking?
Adrien Broner.
Adrien Broner is another one. You may not like him, you may want to hate him, but you can't say that motherfucker don't show up and he puts on and he handles his business when it's time to do what he got to do. He may not always win. That motherfucker
He may not be prepared,
but he coming. He coming.
Yeah, he'll be there.
So
he'll show up for the bag.
That's what I'm saying. So that's
if
what I'm saying.
If he tell you 10 mil, if you bring 10 mil, he'll waddle his ass out there.
Yeah, bro. If the motherfucker tell you he want 10 mil and then you bring 8, and if that motherfucker and if you find somebody and you find somebody that he really want to fight and really want to beat up, he's showing up, cat.
He might work with you.
Yeah, so
that's some street shit, though.
That's some street shit. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm talking about, bro. Even though being from the DMV, being all that shit, bro, it's a lot of motherfucking real people from real areas. That don't make you a real motherfucker, bro. Mm-hmm. You just grew up around real motherfuckers. That but if you from a super solid ass place or whatever, and you still exhibiting whole shit, then you a whole motherfucker. So my judgment of calling him a hoe is justified. You know what I'm saying? So, fuck him.
Hey, if you stand on it, bro, I'm not going to try to talk you down, man.
Yeah, I'm standing on that shit.
We all about, it's real sports, real fans, real talk.
Yeah, man, I'm standing on that shit, bro. I'm standing on that shit, bro.
Well, I feel you, Doc.
Speaking of Adrien Broner, too, he fighting. The Espinoza, he had COVID-19. He came out.
I heard that, man. It's coming back.
Yeah.
2021.
He coming back. Yeah.
They must have came with his 10 mil or he working with him.
That's what I told you. They must have found somebody that he want that.
Hey,
I'm telling you.
That rap single didn't quite do what he thought it was going to do. I heard it. And
you heard it?
Yeah. He's got to come back to boxing.
Boo-boo.
He's got to come back to boxing.
It was boo-boo?
Oh, man, that was, ooh. Hey, what's the buddy taking the headphones out? Ooh, and hey.
No, man, come on.
Look, man, he's still adjusting to rapping. You know what I'm saying? Look. But he can fight. So let's let him do what he does, man. Let's stop trying this foray into the hip hop scene and let's get back to boxing, AB. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I liked you when you were boxing. Win, lose, or draw, buddy. Yeah. I want to say this. Win, lose, or draw, Adrien Broner is somebody to tune in and see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to get something. If you don't get it in the ring, you're going to get it in the press conference. Before or after, or either both.
Yeah.
You're gonna get something. So, hey, stay with your money maker, dog, and live out your hip-hop dreams later. You got plenty of time for that, man. Jay-Z's still rapping. No. He's almost 50. So
almost 50. Man, Jay-Z every bit of 65, man.
Oh, you think he a Cuban?
Oh, yeah, he old. Oh, he old, man. I'm sure of it. Mm-hmm. But look, though, what way he gonna come back and fight, though? Like, what he gonna do? What he gonna...
No, Espinoza said it's going to be at 140 pounds. They're working out the opponent. So I think that's AB's best weight. If he's not going to if he can't get 135 anymore, 140 is his best option. I think that's the most competitive Adrien Broner we're going to see. And, hey, paint on your clown faces, Adrien Broner fans, because I know come 2021 January, you're going to be saying, hey, focus Broner. And my 9 to 8, 6 times out of 10, you guys end up looking like clowns. But
this is the year. This is the year he takes over the sport of boxing.
This might be the year that he takes over.
This is the year he takes over the sport of boxing.
So, JB, we're going to get ahead of the game here, man. Something, I know a lot of people don't follow the lighter weight classes, but this guy was once at the pinnacle of the sport, at the top of the pound-for-pound list. Mm-hmm. Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. I heard about that.
Yeah. He's gonna travel to Mexico to finish out his camp. He's been training in Coachella as he has for quite a few of his last bouts. He's gonna go to Mexico to finish out his camp. He's gonna face Israel Gonzalez on the card, where Juan Francisco Elgato Estrada, the guy who beat the man who beat him for his WBC belt, is gonna be fighting against Carlos the Prince Quadras. All right, and that's gonna be a good card, man, real good card, because Chocolatito, he since losing twice to one. I'm gonna pull one of your moves with Saksu Wangek.
Chop him up.
Yeah, he chopped him up. He's won 3 straight fights. The last fight earned him the WBA World Super Flyweight title. So he's a champion again. He's come back and he's working his way back. And maybe this dual card is setting him up to beat the man who beat the man. You know what I'm saying? Who beat the man who beat him.
Chocolatito, man, he haven't looked good in a long time now, though, bro.
But he's winning.
Yeah.
He's winning again. And styles make fights. So we had to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's only lost those 2 fights against that fighter.
Okay.
So got to give him the opportunity to step in there and be the gladiator that he is and that he's shown to be. He's always willing to step in there with the best. So we wish him well, and we look forward to that fight card. You know what I'm saying? I really do look forward to it. It's going to be a good one on September 15th.
Okay. I'm going to check that one out for sure.
No. I lied.
What, when the fight going to be?
Yeah. October 23rd.
Okay.
In Mexico City.
Okay.
October 23rd, Mexico City. They're going to get it on. It's going to be a good card. 2 big super flyweight fights for the guys who like the little people.
All right. And you know, Shakur Stevenson, man, he already basically preparing for, what's his name? Jamel Herring? Yeah. They already preparing for him to vacate his WBO belt, man. So I'm kind of curious to see which way he go with that. But
so you think the Frampton fight is not gonna happen?
No, I think the Frampton fight might happen, man. I just feel like
what's the incentive for Frampton to fight him if he vacates his belt?
That's what I was saying, man. To be real, that's what I was like. So when I read the story and when I heard about it, they said the WBO 130-pound champion Jamel Herring has been in the center of attention of the boxing sphere lately. The 34-year-old athlete went through a rocky road, including back-to-back positive coronavirus tests, fight postponements, to finally be able to defend his belt against Jonathan Oquendo in early September in Las Vegas. The fight itself turned out to be bittersweet for Herring, who suffered multiple headbutts and cuts over his right eye that blurred his vision until he ultimately decided to stop fighting and awarded a win by disqualification over his Puerto Rican opponent. The situation is that he's having an issue with when him and Frampton is going to actually fight, because it says right here, it says, Herring instantly became a target of boxing insiders for his retreat from the fight until he later declared that he suffered a scratched cornea during the fight, as well as an old broken bone fracture in his face that needs time to heal. The question is now is that when will he fully get recovered, and who will be his opponent when his return to the ring? But they say in Top Rank is still chasing the Herring and Frampton fight. But here's the thing, though. Shakur Stevenson mandatory has to take place before January 2021.
We discussed that. But
so
what I'm telling you is, at the end of the day, money will talk. They're gonna pay Shakur Stevenson some money to step aside so that they can make that fight. And then when Frampton eliminates Herring, then you'll see Frampton fight Shakur for the belt, or either Frampton will let the belt go and Shakur will fight for a vacant belt.
That's what happened, right? They saying that the WBO basically came out and said, all I can tell you at this time is that the WBO will enforce its rules and regulations accordingly.
Okay, so Herring will drop the belt only if he's guaranteed the Frampton fight.
Mm-hmm.
If not, then he'll have to fight Stevenson. And if he vacates the belt, then Stevenson will fight some
number 3
Uber driver or whoever. Who's number 3?
The number 3 ranked Jeremiah Nikita.
Why not number 2? Who's number 2?
That doesn't it don't show. It don't say.
So why would he fight number 3 for the belt?
But number 3 right now is 19-1 and 15 KOs.
I don't give a fuck. We don't know him. He's still, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got 19 fights. You ain't been to no Olympics. What's your amateur pedigree? It's a cakewalk. Shakur Stevenson will be WBO champion. Top rank wins again.
Yeah, you're right about that one.
You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko is sick of Teofimo Lopez's shit.
Oh yeah. He didn't have enough of that motherfucker.
He's had enough of the talk. Told that nigga we gonna prove it in the ring. You feel me? He's tired of, Lopez says he's gonna extinguish him.
He called him an asshole. He called him a coward. He called him he said that he's a manipulating little bitch. He says he hates being around. Oh yeah, you didn't see the video?
What I'm saying is this, man. He is writing his own ticket.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. But you don't.
No, he's not.
You don't piss off that little Eastern European man. That guy is an ornery, mean son of a gun. He is gonna make him pay.
We gonna see.
He gonna make him pay.
We gonna see, man. We gonna see, man.
Hey,
don't forget. We got that PS4 game on the line too.
We do.
Just let you know, man. Call of Duty, and Black Ops Cold War. Just let you know, man. I'll wait. You ain't got to get it for me when it come out because I don't want it on PS4. I want the PS5 version. Letting you know, man. Yeah.
You trying to tax me?
No, man. It's the same price. The games is the same price.
Man. Look. You got a picture of what I'm gonna look. I'll bet you the PS5, but I told you what I'm gonna give you now.
Oh no, I'm not taking that. You're not about to glue. You're not about to tape a PS2 and a PS3 together and make it a PS5.
That's the PS5.
That's not how it goes, man.
That's the ultimate PS5, bro. That power together, man. That's really a PS7 if you look at it.
No, man. That's not how it goes.
Brother, please.
Nah, I want to
take
Call of Duty
branch.
No, bro, I'm cool on that. Man.
Oh, so you want Call of Duty?
I want the Black Ops. I want the Black Ops Cold War, man. The shit looked awesome.
Some new shit gonna be out by then, bro. Give me the same thing then.
Well,
you was trying to put me on Call. We betting Call of Duty then.
Betting Call of Duty. Hold on. Let me see when the fight. The fight is on 10/17. Okay, and the PS5 come out on November 12th. So I'll wait a month. For mine. See, I know because I already know Lopez is gonna beat the brakes off of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already know that.
Have my Call of Duty ready for me.
Okay, got you.
Because I already know they said, well, if you buy the new games, they gonna automatically give you the game for the PS5.
Well,
you know
that's only for certain games. I know Madden is doing that for free. But look, NBA 2K, you had to spend $100 to be able to get the PS5 version.
Well, whatever. You get me the version that I can get on both.
Oh,
That's
no.
the deal, nigga. That's the deal. That's the deal.
Oh.
I do you the same way. I do you the same way.
All right.
I do you the same way.
That's fine. We could do that. All right, bro. I ain't think about that, but yeah, we could go that route. How about you just get me the PS5 version and then cash out me the difference?
It don't work that way.
Yeah, bad
it don't
shit.
Work that way. No, it don't work that way.
Because the PS5 version is $60.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I think. I gotta look and see. We'll talk about that later on. I ain't tripping, man.
Yeah. I get $40. I spent more than that on. Errol Spence has confirmed what we already knew to be true. Jermell Charlo is going to try to dominate and knock this dude out. This dude being Rosario. JB, it's pretty much his plan going into every fight, man. He goes out there to dominate. He goes out there to do his thing. And that's why we love to watch Jermell Charlo.
Yep. I told you that, though, man. Like, he got a plan. He, from what I'm hearing, he looking good in camp. From what I've been reading and just been hearing about him, that boy's about to put on the show. But and I think, like I said, that's why I said Rosario don't seem like the opponent to really give him too much resistance.
But I'm gonna look at you now. Errol Spence himself does not count Rosario out. 20 says Rosario is a big fighter. He's not small. He finally gets to go to training camp and prepare for fights right, instead of just taking a fight or jumping in a fight in 4 or 5 weeks notice. He's finally got a 10-week or a 12-week training camp. Says that he watched his virtual press conference and he's got some swagger. He's wearing the designer shades. The hunger is different, especially after his signature win. So I feel like he's going to come with it. And with Jermell, he just feels like Charlo. They always feel like they got something to prove, and they feel like they're going to knock you out. They feel like everyone is against them. With them, they have a chip on their shoulder. They always have to prove something. Hey, truer words were never spoken. He has really psychoanalyzed Jermell Charlo to a T.
Yeah.
But Rosario, being 21-1 with 14 KOs, 25 years of age, the man is gonna be a stiff test. It's gonna be a great fight. That, in the addition of his brother Jamal going against Derevchenko, that card, man, is really a sleeping giant.
Hey, it is.
Yeah. You really need to make sure you tune into that, because Derevchenko says he's gonna apply pressure early and start fast on Charlo. Yeah.
But we're gonna see about that one.
That play really plays right into Jamal's hands. He has a problem. Unlike Jermell, he's not his best when he's hunting you. He's better when he's fighting a guy who's aggressive, and he's a better counterpuncher. And I think he can get his stuff off with a guy who's open and there to be hit. What you think about that?
Yeah, I believe that. So, I mean, I just think nobody fucking with them boys, man. Regardless of who in front of them and what's going on, man. I just think them Charlo boys is them Charlo boys.
Regardless of who's in front of them.
You can't say what you about to call the Tony Harrison win. Or how he looked against
that's one.
Coroball.
Coroball. I'm thinking about the big Charlo against Coroball.
Yeah, but either one, that's what I'm saying. Though, like either them boys look good, they just had some situations.
He didn't look good. He didn't look good at all.
I think he did. I think he did. Everybody expected him to smoke.
Baby, you got your Houston, Texas glasses on right now. If you say he looked good in that fight.
Everybody was expecting him to come out and smoke Matt But
yeah, he didn't look good.
But Matt was there to get beat on all night.
Matt,
you know what I'm saying?
Hit him.
Yeah, I mean, but you in a fight, you gonna get hit, man. That's just how this shit go.
Hey, man, you Jamal Charlo. You talking about Canelo Alvarez. You don't let Matt Korobov make you look like that.
But if people forget, though, man, the boy got a lot of skills, though, bro.
He's got a lot of heart.
No. Hold on. I'm about to pull up something for you real quick. And I'm about to let
pull it up.
This what kind of
because Matt Korobov, if Matt Korobov got in the ring with if DAZN approved Matt Korobov for Canelo Alvarez, he'd be seeing stars by round 5.
No.
Yes.
No. We talking about the
Rolex wearing.
No.
Mexicano Tesla driving.
Nah, man. This boy won a gold medal.
Stealing, wheeling, dealing, son of a gun.
Bro, this boy.
And he's having a hard time keeping his alligators down. Canelo Alvarez, man.
Bro, this boy got 3. This boy got 3 gold medals, bro.
I don't give a fuck. This is professional boxing. And what have you done for me lately? Give me his professional resume.
Bro, his professional resume right now is 28 and 3. 14 by KO, 1 draw. Total fights 32.
I mean. So the fuck has he beat?
Okay. He lost against Chris Eubank. He beat Jonathan Batista.
Chris Eubank is an average middleweight at best. If his daddy wasn't Chris Eubank Sr., we wouldn't even be talking about it. Go ahead.
He beat Brian Vera.
And if Chris Eubank didn't beat up them dudes in a street fight, he really wouldn't be shit. He lost to who? Brian Vera. That's a fucking contender.
He beat Brian Vera. He beat
fucking contender. Oscar De La Hoya didn't even want that motherfucker.
He beat Benjamin Diaz.
Who?
He beat Lamar Harris.
My fucking neighbor.
He beat Joshua Snyder.
What? The IT guy?
He beat Michael Walker.
Michael Walker, the nigga in TLR.
He beat Milton.
The ex-defensive back.
Oh, man.
For the Utah Utes.
He beat Ozzy Duran.
Ozzy, what? The fuck, a rock star?
He beat Grady Brewer.
Grady? That motherfucker. He beat up an old man.
He beat them all, man. He beat
Who the fuck are they? Go ahead.
Look, bro. I'm telling you, man. He beat. Look, bro.
Oh my God, JB, you're not making a case for this guy. You're really burying him. You're burying him. There's no way this guy was supposed to be held up by Jamal Charlo for 12 fucking rounds.
I mean, Mel.
No way.
Maul needed the rounds.
Maul, don't put that smut on Mel's name.
Maul needed the rounds. Maul needed the rounds, though.
No, he didn't. He didn't need that at that time, man. He was in line. If he would have handled that guy expeditiously, in the words of Clifford Harris, he would be fighting Canelo Alvarez.
No, it wasn't. Canelo wouldn't have fought him.
Oh, no. You can't say that.
Canelo wouldn't have fought him.
You a lie.
Canelo.
Well,
Canelo
we're going to see. Because the WBC or somebody's talking about they going to mandate that thing.
They're talking about mandating, what is the what's the one with the
somebody? Title? I don't know. It's so many doggone.
They about to have a purse bid.
Somebody's about to make him fight them, and you going to see.
Oh, no. It's the WBC. No. It's the WBC 168 title. That shit about to be they about to have a purse bid for that bullshit.
Well, look, it can't be Maul then. He ain't even fighting at 168. But I heard somewhere Charlo was going.
Oh, the eardrum fight. I'm talking about.
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about Canelo still got middleweight belt.
But that's what he talking about going to do. They talking about the purse bid going to be on the 4th of October.
You're not hearing it. You listening to me, but you're not hearing
that Canelo.
Hold on. I'm finna look this shit up.
Yeah. Canelo not trying to do that shit.
But it's being forced. That's what I'm telling you. Don't make me talk about how Charlo already rejected lucrative offers to fight Canelo.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't know that shit.
You didn't fucking know it?
Didn't know that shit there.
Man, they brought the man a lucrative offer to fight Canelo, and he turned it down.
What in the
Now,
world?
De La Hoya wouldn't like exactly reveal all the terms, but you know,
mm-hmm.
the offer was there. So if Charlo really felt like he could do the damn thing,
mm-hmm.
he should have made the fight happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See, there's a video by Dante's Boxing Nation.
Mm-hmm.
The title is Bad News for Canelo. WBC president wants Canelo versus Jamal Charlo fight. So apparently the WBC is going to try to enforce that fight on to Canelo. Now, Dante's Boxing Nation thinks it's bad news for Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the other way around, my buddy, my brother. Because as we know, or as you may not know,
mm-hmm.
Canelo and Oscar De La Hoya already made a lucrative offer to Charlo one time to fight.
Okay, I didn't know that.
He turned it down. Yeah, he turned it down. Now, we don't know the specifics, but an offer was made. And if somebody makes you an offer, if you really want to fight, you do what? Negotiate.
Yeah, you're right.
At least. Some negotiation that goes on. You don't just turn down the first offer.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You send a counter offer. That was not done. So, you know what I'm saying? If I offer you a piece of bread and you want two, you're not going to ask me for the other piece.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, that nigga didn't want to eat.
You're right about that.
All right. So, hey, man, that's all I got to say about that.
Okay. Well, I got to do a little bit more research on that shit, but I ain't know that, man. So I gotta figure it out.
I'm here for you, man. I'm here for you. I'm here for you and the people. You know, I just want to bring unbiased, factual things to the table so we can discuss them. You know what I'm saying? I don't have all the answers. I want a forum. You know what I'm saying? I want the people watching at home comment. Give us your thoughts. What do you think is going on about what we talking about? Let us know. Click the like button. Subscribe. Share. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the podcast on whatever platform that you are viewing it or listening to it. And hey, if you're on Apple Podcasts, make sure to leave a review. You know what I'm saying? Rate us. Let us know. What can we improve? We're here for you.
Yeah. Man, let's go into MMA news.
Yeah. I'm very I want to say something before you get started. I know MMA is your bag. It's what you do.
Yeah.
You're the expert. But I want to say this. As a black man, we were very disappointed on Saturday night.
Yeah, man.
Very disappointed. Colby Covington got to talk his shit. He got to pop his shit. And he went all the way as far as insulting LeBron James.
Yeah, you don't do no shit like that.
Like, he insulted the king, and but the king fired back. You know what I'm saying?
He did?
Yeah, the king told him, hey, everybody can talk. The king act like he really want to see. He will fight it. Like, he wanted to vote. Yeah, the king said, you know what I'm saying, everybody can talk until they step into their ring or arena. So I guess saying, really, Colby Covington, you can't do what I do. Because I think Colby Covington called him a coward.
Yeah, he called him a spine. Yeah.
Like, you can't, really basically told him you can't do what I do. And you really probably don't want to step in here against a 6'8" beast like myself. In any arena. You feel me? I put my money on LeBron James because you know what? He's built different. He's built different. I got LeBron James by rear naked choke.
Shit, I probably got LeBron James by fucking bloody murder fucking knockout.
By Donkey Kong smash.
Oh yeah, bro. I mean, cause bro, that motherfucker towering over that dude, man. But I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna get off of it. I'm just gonna be real tight about this one. Just get it out the way. Colby Covington was for the Trumpsters. You know, he's claimed by the Trumpsters. This is not me
for Trump.
Yeah, and it's not, and it's not us supporting one way or another in the fight just because Tyron Woodley was supporting Black Lives Matter and
Tyron Woodley was washed up.
Yeah, and we're not talking about that shit. Basically, you had a fighter who has embraced a base and embraced a segment of his fan base that spends a lot of money with him. You know what I'm saying? They buys his fights. They pays attention to his fights. They pays attention to him, and they buy his merch. So when somebody is so thirsty to get on top like he is, he willing to say any and everything to do it. A lot of people compare him to Conor McGregor, but he's not a Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor had a lot more. He had when he was fighting. I'm gonna speak in past tense because he is retired. Conor McGregor had a lot more class about what he did. He had a lot more of a backbone about what he did, when he did it, what he said, and how he went about his business. He didn't cater to a certain segment of people just because they was putting him on. He did that to his home, but he didn't push an agenda.
Specifically who his opponent was.
Yeah.
He talked noise to who he was fighting and what they were about. He didn't generalize it or make it racial.
Bro, the boy said in the press conference, Colby Covington said in the press conference that Tyron Woodley supports evil, that this country will go down to the dumps if they defund the police, if they what else he said, that he's a communist. He called them all kind of shit, bro. And I think I enjoyed some of the reporters' questions toward him because, man, you can't say statements like that about somebody and not get no pushback, bro. And they was pushing back. They was giving him opportunities to clear his mind, clear up some shit. But Colby Covington didn't earn no new fans for one. He emboldened some of the other fans. I'm not saying that he wrong for having a political stance one way or the other, but I just feel like when you start putting certain labels on certain people, like I understand every white person not racist, right? And I want to believe that every white person believe that every black person is not a fucking thug or a racist slur. You know what I'm saying? Or a stereotype, right? But for him to get up there and say some of the shit he was saying, just let me know that racist shit goes well past, the older generation dying off and shit like that, bro.
I want to take a
because he was saying some wild shit, bro.
I want to take a line from Dave Chappelle. Now, every white person is not racist. That is true.
I say I want to believe that.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a fact because many Caucasian people were out there marching with us and fighting for justice, all that, and then they have even since the '60s. There's always been some allies.
Yeah,
but if you're white, you may not be racist, but you're wearing a racist uniform.
Yeah, so that's my point.
I gotta see what team you play for.
Yeah.
Before, you know what I'm saying? Before I can,
that's my whole point. That's my whole point, right, bro.
Yeah. And I don't want to get too much into it because we're a sports show. We're talking about MMA and boxing, but Colby Covington he made it this way.
Yeah, this is the storyline of the fight. Fuck the fight. This was the storyline for the event, for the whole
week. He brought this to the forefront, and this is how he makes his money. Otherwise, he probably wouldn't even be relevant. But go ahead.
But on top of that too, to say that it'll be unfair to us if we don't talk about it and speak about it, because that storyline has carried all weekend long, lead up to the fight. That was the storyline. After the fight, all of the supporters is telling Tyron Woodley to go back to Africa. See, people don't want to talk about that shit. See, that's the shit that bothers me, dog. Like that shit, it really fucks me up and it irritates the shit out of me, dude. Because I'm one of them kind of guys.
Tyron Woodley should probably go home. But
no, man. He put out a statement, right?
Yeah, because we were taken from Africa a long, long time ago. Tyron Woodley's probably never been to Africa, thanks to some of Colby Covington's ancestors. So we wish that we could go back to Africa.
Yeah, he made a statement, bro, and I want to be clear about it.
But we're disconnected from Africa thanks to some unforeseen circumstances that were out of our control. Mm-hmm. So anytime you tell a black person to go back to Africa, man, we wish we could. You feel me? That's not an insult. If you think it's an insult, then you're fucked up, because you came from Africa. Everybody came from Africa. You want to be real about it. Mm-hmm. But that's another story for another day. And I want to get to Usman putting the smack down on him again, because he's barking up that tree one more time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's going to happen, man. But before he even gets to him, he going to have to fight Jorge Masvidal. That's the fight that everybody want to see.
So we got a battle of the Trumpsters.
Yeah.
That's going to be epic.
Yeah, that's going to be the fight, man. That's going to be the fight, bro. That's the fight.
They'll probably get together, and who knows how that goes. I don't really care. We'll see. Well, the winner, gets to get beat.
Yeah, and that's the fight. That's the fight that people want to see. They don't want to see a rematch between Masvidal and Diaz and all that shit that they talking about. Nobody want to see that. I know I don't want to see it. I want to see Masvidal and Covington get it on. Or I want to see him fight. I want to see him go straight to Usman. I doubt it, but that's basically what's going on.
I wouldn't mind if Covington beat Masvidal.
All right.
I want Covington to get whooped.
Okay, outside of the statement that Tyron Woodley said about his rib being popped out, he said he was in the most pain ever. I don't really want to elaborate on that. Y'all can go to Aaron Hawaiian Twitter page and see that. But Tyron Woodley made a statement about his future and about, addressing some of the fans and addressing some of the shit that's going on around that storyline. He said, "I'm not retiring. I'm not giving it up. I'm not switching all my coaches up. I'm not changing the continent I live on. I'm not doing none of that shit."
You shouldn't change the continent you live on, but you should retire.
Yeah.
After one more fight against a soft touch, have a farewell fight. Get out of there.
Yeah.
I hope you did well with your cash.
I mean, he make money though, bro. I mean, he was in the end.
You don't deserve this. You don't deserve this, bro.
He made an appearance in the NWA movie. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think he got some cash saved up, man.
He should probably look to do more Hollywood things. He could probably, get into like Michael Jai White or something. Maybe become like a star like that. Do something like that, man.
Yeah.
It's a brutal game. It's a young man's game.
Yeah.
Long
story short, the welterweight division in the UFC just heated back up. It was already kind of heated up. Nobody knew what Colby Covington was going to bring to the table again. But he bounced back pretty good. We all seen the Usman and Masvidal fight didn't go as we thought it was going to go. And like I say, you still have some names out there that need to get it on. So the division heated up. UFC was hot this weekend, and they riding a wave because it was a lot of heat coming off of this event, especially with the BLM stuff and Make America Great shit and everything else in between.
Did anybody on the undercard garner any
Yeah.
recognition?
Yeah, you had one fighter. I think he undefeated. I can't pronounce his name fully, so I'm not even going to even chop it up, man.
You can't pronounce anybody's name.
So yeah, man. It starts with a fucking K. It's Kamafi Shizif.
The K guy. The K.
Oh, the K guy, man. He came out with He came out and scored a 17-second knockout. 1 point.
Can you tell me his weight class at least?
No, can't tell you that either. Let me go ahead and Google that real quick. Hold on a second.
Christ. So you don't know the guy's name.
I like looking at new fighters, man.
I know you do, but look, you must have been like deep into the rim.
Yeah, I wasn't
when the fight was on.
But this guy that I just chopped up his name, that guy right there, he fought. I think he done fought like 3 times this year so far.
He's putting in work. He might be a fighter to watch.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to think.
No, he might be a fighter to watch.
Hold on, let me see something real quick.
Well, look, while you see that, let me remind everybody. Like, subscribe, share the video, share the podcast, tell your friends about it. The Hurt Business Podcast with JB and CP. We're here twice a week, every week. We're giving you what you want. You know, the good bots and talk, strong content, the down home feel. You know, we're not sugarcoating anything. We give you our honest opinions. We're not political with it. You know, in terms of we don't have any affiliations with any promotional company. So we're going to give everybody the business when they deserve it. And we're going to give people props when it calls for it. So, hey, we're your guys for honest, unbiased opinions. And we're not going to sell out just for an interview.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That was a middleweight fight. Hey, he was a middleweight. Yeah, he was a middleweight. Came out first round, 1 punch, dropped him 17 seconds out of there. That guy, every time he win, he always say, you know, Dana White, put me back on the card. And this motherfucker been fighting, bro. He been fighting a lot. They lining him up with Damian Maia. Probably.
I tell you what you do, JB. You get his bio. You get all the background info on him. And on Friday's episode, we need a full rundown on that guy.
I got to do a little bit.
And I need you. You know what I need you to do? First and foremost, I need for you to look up the pronunciation of his name.
Yeah, I will, man.
Together, you know what I'm saying? Get that together and really give us the rundown on this cat.
I got to do a little bit of digging, man.
I'm gonna tell you, it seems like you just told me. I just heard a little blurb on it, but he seems like he might be the type of guy that can get to the top of this UFC thing, in the middleweight division. Who he got? Who's the champion at middleweight right now?
Shit. Israel Adesanya.
Okay, that might be.
And they fighting this weekend.
Yeah, that might be a stretch, but let's just say.
But he said, hold up.
But Adesanya is gonna move up at some point.
Yeah, but he also said too that he'll knock out Israel Adesanya. He'll go up and knock out. I mean, he'll beat up Israel Adesanya, and he'll go down in weight and beat up Usman. So
Teofimo Lopez said he's gonna knock out Lomachenko too. So I'm not giving a damn about what nobody say. You got to show me. So, but look up that cat, man. Hey, get everything on him Friday. I want to know the deets. I need the details, and the people want to know because we need to know. We need to know what's coming up.
For sure.
I'm gonna have a fighter in boxing for the fighter to watch on Friday. Okay. You gotta type. You gotta type, man. You need to come with it. let us know something, man. Put us on some game.
Got you. I got you. I got you. Well, shit, we about to go ahead and wrap it up. Because, you know, the Saints about to come on. So.
Wrap that shit up, B.
You already know.
Once again, it's been a pleasure to bring you the Hurt Business Podcast. I'm CP.
I'm JB, man. Y'all be good. Catch y'all Friday.
Much love.
Peace.